Angus Crichton is arguably the best back rower in the competition. He won a premiership playing for the Roosters. He played rep footy playing for Australia and the Blues over the years, until the start of 2023, where he had some time away from playing, not because of injury or poor form, but due to mental health issues. When he returned to playing footy, not many people thought he could replicate the form he once had, but he proved them all wrong, and just won the Wally Lewis medal as the best player in the Origin series. This is the rise, fall, and rise again of Angus Crichton. Angus Crichton was born on the 5th of February 1996 in Temora, New South Wales. He started playing junior rugby union for the Young Yabbies. In 2013, he went to school at the Scots College and played rugby union in the Australian schoolboys team. In 2014, he spent a bit of time playing rugby league with the lower grade teams at the Sydney Roosters, and also playing in the Australian schoolboys rugby union team that year. At the end of the year, on October 31st, he signed a 2-year contract with the South Sydney Rabbitohs to start at the beginning of 2015. He would play for the Rabbitohs in the under-20s team in 2015, and in 2016, moved to play in the New South Wales Cup for the North Sydney Bears. And later in the year, in round 19 of the NRL season, he made his first grade debut for the Rabbitohs against the Brisbane Broncos. He played 8 NRL games this year, off the bench and in the second row, scoring 1 try. While he started the first round of 2017 playing in the New South Wales Cup, he played the rest of the year in the NRL, and had his breakout season. While it was rather disappointing for the Bunnies, finishing 12th on the ladder, he earned himself a 3-year deal to join the Sydney Roosters, to start in the beginning of 2019. He played 22 games and scored 7 tries this year, including a hat-trick in round 15. In 2018, Crichton had several injuries to his middle finger on his left hand, and had to have surgery to amputate the top half of his finger. No finger, no worries. On the 28th of May, Crichton was picked to make his NRL debut for New South Wales in Game 1 of the series. He was in all 3 games of the series, playing off the bench as the Blues won the series. He had a great season for the Bunnies, as they made it all the way to the preliminary final, only to lose to his future club, the Sydney Roosters, 12-4. He played 25 NRL games in the second row position, scoring 3 tries. In 2019, he made his NRL debut for the Roosters, versing his former club, the Rabbitohs, in the first round of the season, but ended up losing the game 26-16. He scored his first try for the club in round 4, playing against the Broncos. Once again, Crichton was selected for the first game of the Origin series, but this was the only game that he played. During the season, the Roosters had a great year, making it all the way to the grand final, and winning the match over the Canberra Raiders, 14-8, giving Crichton his first premiership win. After the season, he also played in the Kangaroos under-23 side, as they beat France 62-4. He played 16 NRL games this year, playing off the bench and in the second row, scoring 2 tries. At the start of 2020, he played in the World Cup Challenge as the Roosters beat St Helens 20-12. He helped the Roosters to another finals appearance, playing the Canberra Raiders in the semis as the grand final rematch, this time losing to them 22-18. At the end of the year, all 3 Origin games were played in November due to the COVID restrictions, and he played in all 3 of them, only for the Blues to lose the series. In round 11 of the 2021 season, he was suspended for 2 games due to a high tackle, and later in the year, he would play in the second and third games of the Origin series, off the bench, and help the Roosters to another finals appearance, only to lose to Manly in the semi-finals, 42-6. He played 20 games this year, scoring 8 tries, playing in the second row position. In 2022, on the 19th of June, Crichton was selected to play in the second and third game of the Origin series, again, as the Blues would lose another series. In round 23 of the season, he scored 2 tries on the Roosters' 72-6 win over the West Tigers. And later in the year, in round 25, he was the first person to score a try at the brand new Sydney Football Stadium, as the Roosters beat their rivals, the Rabbitohs, 26-16. The Roosters would make the finals, again, and in the quarterfinals, the Roosters this time lost to the Rabbitohs, 30-14. After the regular season, he was named to play for Australia in the Prime Minister's 13 and the World Cup. Australia would win the World Cup, beating Samoa in the finals, 30-10. Also throughout this year, he opened up his own barbershop in Bondi. He played 25 games this year in the second row position, scoring 7 tries. At the start of 2023, in February, it was announced that Crichton was given personal leave indefinitely after it was revealed that he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Crichton's father released a statement saying, "I can confirm today that Angus is under appropriate professional support and treatment for medically diagnosed bipolar disorder, which he has been dealing with for some time. He is fully supported by his family, his management, and the Sydney Roosters club as we work towards recovery. While no timeline has been set for his return to rugby league, we will continue to trust the medical team and know those in the rugby league community will respect his right to privacy during this time. There were personal issues that were happening behind the scenes, and some were brought forward to the public, which contributed to his mental health spiral. We can only imagine the constant stress of being in the spotlight on a regular basis, and each of us deal with our own mental health problems differently. It's great that Crichton addressed the issues and got the help that he needed. He only ended up missing 2 months of footy. In round 7, he returned to play in the New South Wales Cup, and in round 8, played in first grade again, as the Roosters beat the Dragons in a nail-biting 27-26 win. Later in the season, he was sidelined due to a knee injury for another 7 weeks. The Roosters made the finals again, and in the semi-finals lost to the Storm, 18-13, ending their season. He played 13 games of first grade this season, mostly off the bench, scoring 1 try. Now, in 2024, he started the year playing in the New South Wales Cup. Since he returned to playing footy last year in 2023, he hadn't regained his peak form, and in round 3 of this year, he played for the Roosters in first grade again. And over the next few months of playing, he truly returned to his dominant form, playing excellent footy. With him playing his career best form and being off contract at the end of 2024, there were talks of him signing with other NRL clubs or swapping codes to play rugby union. However, he ended up re-signing with the Roosters on a 2-year deal, reportedly being worth around $1.6 million. With his top shelf form, and arguably being the best back rower in the competition, he earned himself a spot in the New South Wales side of the State of Origin match, and throughout the entire series, he continued with his excellent form. In all 3 games, he made 429 run meters with 14 tackle busts out of 52 runs, and made 55 tackles. Crichton earned himself the Wally Lewis medal as player of the series, a truly remarkable turnaround from over the last 2 years. Crichton mentioned a few things after the Origin games. "Looking back to where I was last season, when I came back, I thought, how the hell was I trying to play last year, in the state that I was in? There were times on the field where I was just like, what am I doing out here? I didn't feel confident, or powerful, or strong. I wanted to be there, and my mind was telling my body what to do, but I wasn't in the right place to be able to do it." Angus Crichton is an exceptional footy player, overcoming adversity and rebuilding himself as a player and a person. With a great club and support group surrounding him, and now being contracted until the end of 2016, he has plenty of years left of footy. At the beginning of the season, not many people saw him being able to wear a Blues jersey again. He said, "I did, but you've got to see it when other people don't see it. You've got to believe it when other people don't believe it."
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I post videos like this twice a week. And if you want to watch another one, click the video on screen.